Boom, bakalak. Alright, we're back, guys. This is priming up just a little bit more. I'm gonna let it sit just for a little bit more. I wanted to come back and talk a little bit more about it and share personal experiences. This video will be posted most likely into two parts, part one and part two. I paused the video, something went wrong, and it ended it. Instead of pausing it, it's paused it for a minute and then it just ended it. So this may be part one and part two unless I can collide them together and cause them to be one. Alright. I'm really excited for this. Let it prime up a little bit more. The flavor's coming through good just with the empty hits, just primer hits. Yeah, you can taste it really good through that. Oh, that's one thing that I want to do too, is kind of give this a little film around it. I'll probably do that here in a second. To be honest with you, that didn't even really cross my mind. It should have, but it didn't. Here's a side-by-side comparison of the Falcons 1 next to the Chroma A. The mods are very similar in height. Both of them have a 510 connector. So, 5 taps. Let's turn it on and let's hit it, see how it works. Wow. Wow. That's a strong little pull, too. That's a strong little hit. I may need to let it sit a little bit longer. I let it sit for about somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes, maybe. I may have to let it sit a little bit longer. I'm not super used to disposable tanks. I'm used to the coils. Usually you prime them. It don't take very long. But with this, you have to fill it up and let it saturate itself. You can't just prime up the coil, slap it in, and go. So I'm gonna let it prime a little bit more because I may be wrong, but that seemed like a really strong throat hit. And I have the same juice, the same strawberry daiquiri by Vape Belly in this one that I have in this one. And I'm pushing this one at 45 watts right now, and it's not that harsh of a throat hit. So I'm actually going to take a second, talk to you guys, and let this do what it does because I want to give it a fair review. I don't want to say it's a harsh throat hit and me be wrong. So I'm going to let that. But what I do got to say is you can't prime it yourself. But I do recommend it for someone who just started vaping. Someone who's new to vaping and they want to get them something small and just get off the cigarettes and use this to get more used to. Before you jump to something like this, I would recommend something like this or a pod system, which I wanted to tell you, there's disposable tanks for this, but there's also disposable pods. They have 1 tanks and they have 1 pods. So I have no experience with the pods. I haven't got to try them, so I can't say how they are. I would like to in the future, and I'll let you guys know how that goes. I'll post it on here. I just wanted to do a review of this because I don't see many out there, and this needs to be seen because for what it feels like, and it feels like there's nothing in my hand. It does not feel super quality. It doesn't feel super expensive and all that. But we're going to find out how it vapes. We're going to find out the quality of the flavor, the vapor production, because this has no settings. You can't change the wattage, can't change the ohms, nothing like that. Strictly, it is what it is. So, without further ado, I'm really excited for it. The flavor came through with it, but it was a little harsh throat hit. I want to give it a fair review. Wow. Let's take a side shot of that. Alright, let me slide over here. I'm still picking up, it's a little harsher than I would expect, but it could just be because this is so new. It's a warm vape too. It's pretty warm. It has a lot of warmth to it. Let's do this again. Wow. Okay, that's a lot better. It's a lot better. It's not as harsh as it was in the beginning. The flavor comes through amazingly. That actually shocks me. Um, how well the flavor comes through. Because when you're using a plastic, something like this, you don't feel like you're vaping something quality. You don't feel like it's, oh, gonna blow my mind type stuff. But it is shocking. It is shocking. Look at that vapor production, man. That is insane. It's a really warm, it's a really warm hit with excellent flavor. That blows my mind. I recommend this to smokers who want to quit smoking or vapors who want to step up from a pod system. Go grab you one of these. They're very affordable, actually. The range is between, you can get them online from $25, and in some stores, you can get them up to $45. It's worth the price. You're getting something really good, and it's not complex. It's not going to confuse you. I know the coils and stuff like this, where you can change your ohms, your watts, your voltage, you can go through all those settings and stuff. This does not have that. This isn't going to confuse you. It's super simple, and it'll be someone's great first mod. Um, Great little step up from a pod system. It doesn't look like much, but I'm taking smaller hits. But that is amazing. That is a really... Oh yeah, this is what I wanted to show you guys. That is actually with the that's with the airflow shut. It has a really tight airflow to spin too. It's a little bit more difficult to spin the airflow on this. All right, now this is with it wide open, little whistly, little whistly. But with it shut, you could also hear just a slight whistle. But with wide open airflow. Wow. That flavor comes through really strong with I recommend if you're chasing flavor and stuff, wide open with this. Go wide open. That flavor came through insane. Cause I was hitting it completely closed just now. I was checking that out again, and even if it's completely shut, it's still usable. It's a tighter draw. It's a warmer draw, but with this wide open airflow, you get a good vapor production, and you also get an outstanding flavor. This has been another episode of Jace Vapes, guys. Go get you a Tesla Falcons 1 kit. Go get you one, guys. I highly recommend it. It is amazing. This has been another episode of Jace Vapes, guys. You have a good night.